Am I still detained?
No, I'm releasing you.
Okay.
Yes, you're detained. I need to obtain your details, please.
So, you've released me, but I'm re-detained?
What happens when police act first and search for the legal justification later? In today's breakdown, we'll examine a drone pilot's encounter with officers, uncover the legal questions raised throughout the incident, and explore whether the actions taken were truly lawful, necessary, and proportionate.
You are being detained.
For what?
For using...
I'm allowed to fly over. Don't you break it?
I'm gonna check that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna break it. I need two officers.
I'm not going anywhere.
I have apprehended the male who's using the drone.
I'm not going to run away. Can you let go of my hand?
Outside of Severn Trent.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay.
I'm staying here.
That's alright, thank you. Can I put a handcuff?
I've already... is it necessary?
Yes, it is.
I'm not going to go anywhere. I'll sit down if you want.
No, not necessary. Yes.
I already spoke to your colleagues today already about this.
Have you?
Yes.
I don't know that.
Okay. Well, you maybe should find that out before you put me in handcuffs, because you'll be liable for a claim if so. All right.
Need to. I told you you're detained.
Okay. I'm not going to run away.
Okay.
I'm not going to run.
I'm still handcuffing you.
I've got the drone in my hand.
Could you please pass it to somebody else?
Can I put it in my bag?
You can.
Thank you. Officer, before you carry on with the handcuffing, I've actually spoke to 2 colleagues around the corner about this already.
Right.
Filming and droning today.
I need
right.
one additional.
So I'm not going to run away. I'm making a video. Can you let her know to take that off?
Right.
I'm happy to talk to you.
Right, yeah.
But just handcuff off.
Fine. Right, just listen to what I'm saying.
Handcuff off, please. Okay, you're opening yourself up for a claim.
From the very beginning, this officer appears to overlook one of the most fundamental principles of policing, establishing the facts. Rather than asking DJ what he was doing or why he was there, she immediately resorts to handcuffs despite there being no clear attempt to flee or resist. Handcuffs are not meant to be the default response. They should only be used when they are necessary and proportionate, such as preventing violence, escape, or interference with evidence. She then calls for additional officers, escalating the situation even further. When DJ explains that he had already spoken with other officers who told him he was free to fly there, she dismisses the information outright instead of taking a moment to verify whether it was accurate.
Tell your colleague to take the handcuffs off. It's not necessary. I'm not going to run away.
That's fine.
I'm making a video today.
Right. Which other colleagues did you speak to?
I'll explain. Take the handcuffs off. I'll sit down with you if you want.
I'm not taking the handcuffs off.
It's not illegal to fly the drone over here. You know that, don't you? It's not illegal.
Well, I'll find out.
Okay, fair enough.
I have the power to make reasonable inquiries.
Yeah, that's fine. Handcuffs are necessary. I'm not going to run away. I haven't resisted or anything.
I haven't put them on.
I'm clearly making a video. You, but your colleagues put them on.
So that's up to my colleague.
Every second I'm in these is obviously for you guys going to cost, because I will claim. Take them off. I'll sit down.
Yes, overheard.
That's my colleague. She's put them on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you happy to take them off?
They've been
I'll happily explain what I'm doing.
They've been
Take the handcuffs off, please. Thank you.
Do you understand why we're doing what we do?
No.
DJ repeatedly tells the officer that he has no intention of leaving, yet she continues to keep him in handcuffs without identifying any specific risk that would justify their use. When DJ correctly points out that flying a drone is not by itself a criminal offense, her response is simply, "We'll find out." That is a remarkable statement because police powers are meant to be exercised based on reasonable suspicion of an offense, not while officers determine whether one has occurred. The eventual decision to remove the handcuffs only strengthens that point. Asking, "Do you understand why we're doing what we do?" is not a legal justification. It's an appeal for acceptance. The law requires officers to justify restrictions on a person's liberty with objective and lawful grounds, not rely on public trust alone.
When you run out, like you have, out of control, put these on. You panic.
Out of control.
You have a little bit. Your colleagues didn't do that.
Yes.
Come out, ask the male what they're doing, and if I don't give you a reasonable explanation, then you need to act.
You should be aware that
It's gonna
officers can be varied.
go and get those in the shot as well.
Officers can be varied of the surveillance.
Am I still detained?
No, I'm releasing you.
Okay.
Yes, you're detained. I need to obtain your details, please.
So, you've released me, but I'm re-detained, or can you say what section am I detained under, or no? Am I detained still? Yes.
I would have to obtain your details if that's all right with you.
Under which section? If I was you, I'd just leave it there. I'll happily talk, but I wouldn't re-detain me if I was you. That's my advice. It's up to you what you do. I'm not running away.
Are you happy happy to stay and provide the details?
I'm happy to stay and talk. No details.
What
Hello.
make of drone have you, is it you got, mate? Yeah.
The officer initially tells DJ that he is not being detained, but moments later changes her position and states that she now requires his details. That is a significant shift because officers should be able to clearly explain the legal authority they are relying upon. DJ repeatedly asks a simple and direct question, under what section am I being detained? Yet instead of identifying the relevant legislation or explaining why his details are required, he receives no clear answer. That is deeply concerning. Police powers cannot be exercised simply because an officer wants information. They must be grounded in recognized legal authority and be capable of being explained at the time. If an officer cannot identify the legal power they are using when directly questioned, it naturally raises doubts about whether that power existed in the first place.
Do I have to show you?
Well, technically we have the power to search if we wanted, but I'm trying to...
Power to search or power to examine the drone?
Both
I
actually.
don't think you've got power to search because I'm no longer detained,
Okay.
but you do have power to examine the drone.
Yeah, I'm trying to explain it.
Go on.
Okay, it's just what make is it?
Well,
Make a model.
if I have to, tell me and I'll show you.
I'm making it so that I'm trying to avoid having to do
sorry,
further
just go that
inquiries
close
because
again.
if it's over a certain weight,
Yes. Would you like to know the weight of the drone?
what weight is it you got?
249 gram.
Right. That's fine. No,
Yeah.
okay. It's,
That's
I know exactly about type, and yes, he's licensed to. He doesn't need a license to fly that one.
That's fine.
Right,
But I
which is
wasn't
fine.
there, was I? I just came out.
6741. You've been very reasonable. Why has your colleague come out to handcuff me? Can I ask?
Okay. At the moment, I can't comment because I don't know because I wasn't here.
Okay. Can you explain why you did that?
I am
or not?
wary of people doing hostile surveillance.
Yeah.
Surveillance.
But what crime did you suspect me of committing with the drone? Can I just, for my own knowledge, so I don't do it again?
Right, there's certain offences. One is that you can't fly within 50 metres of the person. That's part of the legislation.
Not
Second-
that drone, right?
No, any drone you shouldn't be able to fly within 50 metres.
249 you can.
Yeah, no, within 50 metres it's any drone. You
No,
don't
over
need to have a license.
over 250 gram it is.
No, any license.
I'll show you if you want.
No, it's okay.
One officer confidently claims to have the authority to search and inspect the drone, yet repeatedly fails to identify the legislation that grants those powers despite DJ asking several times. If DJ is no longer detained and no other statutory power is being relied upon, that omission becomes highly significant. The officer also insists that a 249-gram drone cannot be flown within 50 meters of people. However, that is not an absolute rule. Under the UK Civil Aviation Authority framework, lighter open category drones can legally be flown much closer to uninvolved people than heavier aircraft. When DJ offers to show the official guidance, the officer refuses to look at it. That speaks volumes. If you're enforcing legal restrictions on members of the public, you should be willing to verify that your understanding of the law is correct before insisting someone else is mistaken.
You don't need a license for that one, sir. We don't need to detain you further. With being seen, that's a type. We don't need to seize it or anything like that. What we would say is just be mindful, doing things like that.
You mean like explain to your colleagues earlier what I was doing?
Yeah.
I've done that.
I said, no, I'm just saying this. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong.
It's not a case
What
of
we're
that.
turning
If our
around and
colleagues
saying
haven't
is,
told us. Look,
Blind
we're here.
drone-
Is that my issue?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's your issue.
Right.
But if we're not being informed of something, we have to react the way we have to react.
you could get an
That makes
officer.
sense.
You haven't reacted badly.
If that makes sense to you.
You came out very panicked. I was calm. You came out and you've made me irate, thinking, what the hell's going on? Right?
To explain one thing which
It's
has
my
been
job to
happening is-
act.
yeah.
It's my job to act.
Sir,
Were the handcuffs necessary?
at the moment, we
That
have
was my
the-
perception.
I'll explain to you. At the moment, we've got offenders in the rear yard. Right? People try to get them to escape or help them escape. Right? There's an ongoing incident going on in there where we have got people. Right? And
Is your yard secure?
right,
Presume it is, yeah?
people have got over it before.
That's not good, mate.
I know.
That's not good.
I said we.
You mean out
The prisoner.
or in?
You
Yeah, they do both.
The officers suggest that this situation arose because their colleagues failed to pass on important information, but that's an internal communication issue, not something that should result in someone being handcuffed. The female officer repeatedly states that it was her duty to act. While that's true, it only tells half the story. An officer's responsibility is not simply to act, but to act lawfully, reasonably, and proportionately. Acting first and searching for a legal justification afterward is precisely the type of conduct police powers are designed to prevent. The explanation then shifts again, this time referring to previous incidents involving people climbing over barriers, as though those unrelated events somehow justify treating DJ as a suspect. That is not how the law operates. Police decisions must be based on an individual's own conduct and the officer's reasonable grounds at that specific moment, not on the actions of others in unrelated situations.
Directly
Over the years.
above me, and I stood with the prisoner in the van.
You're in the middle, were you? Or the middle?
And your drone was above me at approximately 50 meters height.
It was lower than that. 30 metres.
Okay.
I'm allowed to do that though.
The prisoner who
Yeah.
I stood with said, I do not wish to be filmed by anyone, and with my permission, could you ensure that my privacy is respected?
That's unfortunate, isn't it? Because,
Well, he's a suspect at the moment.
okay.
But we're
He-
worried
he's
that
a
someone...
suspect.
Are you telling me you care about his privacy?
Yes, I do.
You're going to go in there, you're going to fingerprint him, take his photo, probably tell the media about the arrest. It happens. You don't care about his privacy, do you? Come on. You care about the drone being up. But it's legal, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And-
we're
That's
happy
your
it's
opinion,
legal.
what I care about.
Okay, it's legal. We'll leave it to you, sir. But what we would be saying is, if you do fly something like over that, not every officer knows. And so you might be asked to account for what's going on.
I've got no issue with that.
Yeah.
I've got the issue of being handcuffed. Had you came out and just say stay here, all right, overreaction, but fine. I wouldn't have ran away. Handcuffs.
If you have issue with that, then you are quite welcome within your rights.
If the real concern was that a prisoner was being recorded, there were several less intrusive options available. The officer could have repositioned herself, moved the prisoner, or simply asked DJ what he was filming before taking such a heavy-handed approach. Instead, the drone was treated as a threat from the outset, with the explanation appearing to come afterward. DJ also raises an important point. Police are legally permitted to process suspects, take custody photographs, and collect fingerprints where the law allows, and arrests often become part of public court proceedings. Against that background, presenting this as a matter of protecting someone's dignity feels selective. It gives the impression that a more acceptable justification is being offered because the initial response appears difficult to defend.
What did you detain me for when you handcuffed me? At that point? I know you re-undetained me, but what was it actually for at that point? Just so I know for my record, when I report it, what section of the law did you actually put them on for at that point? You know what I mean? You detained me, but didn't search, but you were going to, presumably.
Yeah. She has the power to search you under the I can't think exactly what it's the not maritime, it's the air law. They brought it out in 2016 that we have the power to stop and search people using drone if we think that they are breaking the law. Right? Under that power, she has the power.
I've never heard of that one before, mate.
Yeah, it's strange enough. I've just checked it on the line.
You can do the terrorism act if you want to try that, but
it actually says that she has the power to stop and search you if she thinks that you're breaking some of the air rules. Right? I think
what,
it's
by flying?
2016.
By flying?
Yeah, within 50
Like what
metres
you
of
said
people.
earlier,
That's wrong, that is.
Yeah.
It's not
I
within
said,
50
but that's what it
metres
says
of the
online because
Like I said earlier,
physically checked it.
Yeah, that drone, that 249 gram, can fly as close to people or buildings as I like.
I said, but,
That's the law.
But we don't know it's 249
Yeah.
grams, do we?
We can't look at the drone and
You come out and you say, get the drone down, which you're entitled to do, ground it.
That's
Can I check the weight?
That's the power that she's gone and searched you under. It's under that section, right? She has the power to stop and search you. If you have an issue with that, you are more than happy to report it to
DJ simply wants to know the legal section under which he was detained so he can properly challenge the decision later. Yet the officer who detained him never identifies it. Another officer then explains that he had just looked up aviation law before coming outside and believes it gives police the authority to stop and search someone suspected of breaking the rules. Even if he was referring to the Air Navigation Order 2016, that legislation governs the operation of aircraft, including drones. It does not by itself create a general police stop and search power. If officers are relying on another statutory authority, they should be able to identify the exact legal provision and explain why it applies. Saying you looked it up moments earlier only reinforces the impression that the legal justification is being sought after the detention rather than before it.
report it to
Go?
Yeah.
Can you radio through if you need to and get the exact quotation of that maritime?
They won't have a clue because I've just looked it up on Google. If you look under that...
Can you do that for me now?
Officers reacted, sort of potentially potentially have been an issue. We need to clarify details. She's acted under her own discretion.
Would you have done the same? Would you have handcuffed me?
Next time, perhaps, suspicion of crime will be there. I'll walk casually, with no rush.
My advice would to be run out if you need to, but when you can see I'm clearly not running away, and I'm clearly not going to try and tackle you.
Just a short distance from me, wait for the gates to open and see you there.
Film that. If we think a drone could be connected to an offence, we can make you land the drone, stop and search people or vehicles to find drones or drone equipment.
Yeah.
But that doesn't state the section of the
Well,
law.
you can find
That's
a
Google.
code and find it yourself.
So
Then.
Part 3 of the Air Traffic Management and
Have a look.
Unmanned Aircraft Act of 2021.
If we think the drone could be connected to an offence.
Yeah, which means that if it's over 250 grams and we think that you need a licence.
When DJ asked the officers to radio in and confirm the exact legislation, another officer openly admits that there is little point because no one will know the answer, adding that he had only Googled it before coming outside. That is an extraordinary admission. Officers are not expected to memorize every piece of legislation, but if they are detaining someone and claiming legal authority to do so, they should already know the power they are relying upon. He eventually produces the Air Traffic Management and Unmanned Aircraft Act 2021, yet still cannot identify the specific provision that authorized their actions. Simply naming an act of parliament is not the same as explaining the legal power being exercised. Then for the officer who initiated the detention to tell DJ, "Look it up yourself," completely misses the point. It is not the public's responsibility to research police powers after they have been detained.
So you come out, you check, and if that's the case, if the drone's heavier, then you detain me and search.
Okay.
You don't come out and detain and then check.
That's how
You can detain, then check.
And
We need to detain you, then check it. Then yes, we can detain, then check.
No, but you've got a right under Schedule 8 of that act to come out, ground the drone, examine the drone. You've got the right to do that without any detainment. Come out, do that, and if it's over, then go further, right?
We go manually, because if you want to make a
No, we're not.
complaint, you can complain to West Midlands Police, and unfortunately we haven't achieved.
You know you overreacted, right? You know that, right?
Okay,
I know
we'll
I
leave
did
it
not
with you.
overreacted, but I know this is a provoked stunt. So I'm happy to be on your show. Please make a claim, complaint with the West Midlands Police.
I won't make a complaint with you guys. I'll make a civil claim with the lawyer.
Absolutely, yes.
It's fine, you're more than welcome to do that.
You are in.
Had you not put the handcuffs on, I did give you the opportunity to not do it.
Anything else you require from me?
Shoulder number 22384.
834.
Yeah. All right. Have a nice day.
Have a good day too. Thank you for your time.
The conclusion only reinforces the argument DJ had been making from the beginning. He explains that the Air Traffic Management and Unmanned Aircraft Act 2021 gives officers certain powers to conduct checks relating to drones without automatically detaining the operator. Yet instead of addressing that point or explaining why detention was necessary in these circumstances, the officers simply claim the conversation is going in circles before walking away. What stands out most is not that officers approached a drone pilot, but how quickly they relied on powers they later struggled to explain. Effective policing depends not only on understanding police powers, but also on understanding their limits. It should never require a Google search after the fact to justify an officer's actions. If nothing else, this footage serves as a reminder that the law should guide police decisions, not follow them. If you found this breakdown informative, be sure to like the video, share it with others, and subscribe to support the channel and help keep accountability in the spotlight. I'm FlowX. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.